It is now 7:30. I was hoping my medicine would be more kicked in by now, but it hasn't. Sorry, I'm gonna sit y'all down. Biggest thing with this illness is, I hate calling it a disability because I am not disabled. I can still do everything. It's just, I gotta pace myself. The disability is something that just completely stops you from everything. I refuse to let it get that bad. But anyways, back on topic. Reason why I popped up so quick is when you have this kind of illness, it's really, really good to have someone who can help with everyday chores. Like my husband, he helped me get my daughter's laundry done and stuff like that. The issue we ran into was hi.
Hello, Mama.
The issue we ran into was I went to bed at 9, unable to finish my laundry. So now I'm currently waiting on my uniform to dry. Hopefully it dries quick enough. Kind of considering whether, look at my bunny ears, trying to consider whether I'm gonna just take all the other wet clothes out and just put my uniform in there and let it dry or what. But these are some of the issues we run into. So what I try to do is when I feel like I have energy and I can do stuff, I do a lot, like as quickly as possible, because I don't know when I'm gonna go down, which, you know, doesn't mean I'm gonna fall and stuff, but I have to sit down or I will fall. Yes, an hour later, I have my daughter ready for school. I have myself ready except for my uniform, and my medicine seems to have not kicked in a lot, but enough to get me moving. Oh, sorry. With that being said, like, you know, with that being said, I have had to sit down, to try to get my energy back, and then I could get up and do some more stuff. Now I have to finish getting her stuff together and ready for school, and then take her to school, and then off to work I go. I might pop up 1 or 2 times just to give updates throughout the day. I don't know how to edit these videos, so I'm going to try my hardest to not have to edit them, just because, you know, I want everything to be as real as possible. But yeah, the main thing is having help. You know, if you have someone who can have your back when you're unable to get things done, it makes your life as easy as possible. What I'm learning is a strict schedule is a must. No other way to really say it. I mean, you just gotta every day get up, do the same thing at the same time, or, you know, just to kind of get a feel for what you can and cannot do. Just sucks on days that you have a really bad day. Which I'm hoping today is not one of those days. I can't really tell yet until I get started at work. Because when I'm at home, it's more like, you know, chilling and pacing myself the way I need to. Good thing about my position is if I do go in late, you know, I can go in late. I make sure I have enough staff at my store to do so, because of what I got going on. But, I mean, it's It's really hard. I have an 8-year-old, like I mentioned in the last video, the one you just saw. She is still working on what she needs to do as far as things to help me, like her own chores and her room and her bathroom and things like that. And like, this is some ideas that I have for those of you moms out there. God bless you if you're a single mom. I've been there, done that. So this is the kind of stuff, like morning chores. I mean, this is good for children in general. The morning and nighttime chores, you know, this is in her bedroom right above her light, so she remembers to do it. Now, if you notice, it says make bed. This is her made bed. It says pick up clothes on there, and of course there's a shirt on there, so you do have to still do the wonderful motherly things. If you notice, I have stuff like nothing on the floor, LOL dollhouse clean. Like her dollhouse goes all kinds of crazy. Like, she has random stuff in here, like this is a headband that should be in her bathroom. Isn't that correct? Yeah, why don't you do that? And like nothing on the floor. Like, we're having issues with like little things, like this little strip for, you see it over there, and then like just little things just to kind of help out, because then if I'm unable to, I get my husband to come in and vacuum, but it's really difficult when she's got all kinds of stuff on the floor, and you know, I don't like mice and little creatures, so you know, different things like that. Now, her bathroom, yes, she is a big unicorn fan. Sorry for the nastiness. But in here she has like lists of stuff to do, and like last night what I noticed is that the towels under her sink look a hot mess, and she doesn't mind cleaning toilets and stuff, so, and she's really good at it. I just have to remind her to do that. And you know, she has different things, like specific stuff like clean the bathroom, brush hair, brush teeth, put on deodorant, wipe off sink. Have you done all of these things?
Deodorant.
You need to do deodorant. Okay. So this is I'll let you get it. This is kind of like how I have to do things, because if she doesn't listen, you know, if I'm unable to, if I still need some nap time, or if I go down and stuff like that, I can just simply say, check your list, make sure you've done it all, and while she's doing that, I can regain some energy to help her, you know, forward. It also helps my husband, because, you know, I love him to death, I really do, but you know, everybody's different. He parents different than I, and you know, as far as cleaning and stuff, he doesn't exactly know. You know, him is like, okay, you know, it's picked up. But me, I like it a certain way, just because I'm, I guess, just not really OCD, but specific about it. And so it helps him as well if I go down to help her get her stuff done. And then they're posted all throughout the house, but this is, sorry, kids' refrigerator. But this right here is what's in the kitchen. So like making sure you know, all this stuff is done. And then we mark down, you know, if she's done it. Of course, we're still working on it. This is a work in progress. She's, you know, different, trying to get it accomplished and get some check marks up here is important. This is only the 3rd of May, so once she gets 20 check marks, then she chose to do the movie theater this time. Once she gets 20 check marks, we'll go to the movie theater. She picks out whatever movie she wants to watch, and then we do that. And then next time she will get she'll get to pick whatever she wants to do, and maybe we'll do like 30 points instead of just 20, so she can kind of learn to have more responsibility. I have backup, of course. I got these from Amazon for like $6-7. I just looked up like chore chart things, and there's a whole bunch of chore chart options. So this was one that I chose. I may choose something a little different because we're running out of space here, but I like to put specific things like brush teeth, just the basics, so she can get that down. Bless you. And we're still waiting for my clothes to dry. So that's the update, a little bit about specific things I've done so far to help. So far, main things I've learned is to, you know, have some backup plans for your downtime. That's really important. That's kind of something I started doing as soon as I got diagnosed. I started automatically thinking, okay, what can I do to make sure everything runs smoothly with my child, with my husband, as smooth as possible while I'm trying to get myself straight. And then, you know, out came the chore charts, which I already started, but I kind of went more in depth with it. And then my sleep schedule, most definitely. This, you know, I just started that last night because this week has been nuts with work. But with me just starting it last night, you know, I'll have to update you guys like next week on how it's going so far, because I haven't got to the weekend yet. And that's when it's going to be the hardest. But other than that, I mean, just making sure you got sleep schedule, charts, medicine. Next thing I have to learn is naps. When to nap, when not to nap, you know, when I'm getting a sleep attack, which is, I don't fall, I'm really hard-headed. You know, I push myself to the limits. I've always done that, but this is gonna be really difficult for me to force myself to sit down and lay my head down and go to sleep. So that's update number 2 on day 1. Early morning, trying to get the kid to school, ain't got no clothes because forgot to finish doing laundry last night. One major thing I do suffer with is memory. It's hard for me to remember the date, what the day is, things like that. I have to ask constantly. It's just part of it, just kind of like a fog. I feel like I'm constantly in the fog. I think that's the major mix between narcolepsy and hypersomnia, or hypersomnolence, however you want to say it. I call it hypersomnia. But the major thing between the two of them is my memory. Of course, both of these are things to do with the brain, which, you know, I'm gonna keep you guys updated on that. I'm looking into maybe a possible CAT scan, because I know there was stuff wrong up here before, but this is a little bit more serious, I guess. So if you can't tell, I make a joke out of everything. I just try to stay positive about the situation, and as long as you do that, you'll be alright. You just don't, you know, don't let it get you down. Just find a way around it, because we do not have time for this. So me and my little monkey Rachel will be seeing you later, I guess. Let's get you going to school. I gotta get some pants on. Alright, bye.